Hey everyone, welcome back to the 3D6 Gaming channel. I'm Al. We're here with a preview of our next product that'll be available on the Game Crafter. It's the FAC edition of Fast Drive Football College. And wanted to just spend a few minutes showing you all the new components. I'm actually still going through all the components, doing the proofing, making sure everything's working as expected before I put it on sale, but it shouldn't take too long. I'm sure it'll happen within a matter of days of me posting this video. So first things first, it's the same medium stout box as the Pro Edition that we have here. Now, what is nicer about this, something I noticed right away, people complained in this original edition that the box was, kind of snug and hard to undo. And I have to admit, like even after a lot of use, it still takes me a little bit of, work to undo it, but it stays together really nice. What I've noticed about this new box, for this version, it's possible to get a new shipment. It sort of just falls out a lot easier than before. So I think maybe they changed the dimensions slightly, so it's just easier. You can see that it's coming up and down on the lids coming up and down a lot easier. The other thing I'm probably going to do, just sort of like an inside look into the thought process here, is that looking at the artwork, I think what I'm probably going to do in the final version is I'll make the word FAC edition, the same size under the word college here. But other than that, I might make the football a little darker. By the way, detail there, you got the stripes on the football, so it looks like college football. Might make that a little darker to match this one, but otherwise happy with that. And you'll see this FDF college pennant iconography all throughout the game. And that is 100% drawn by me using Affinity. No AI was used in development of this artwork. Okay, so what's in the box? It's very similar to the Pro game. You're going to have your set of drive result cards, your set of kicking cards, some other cards, and some other printed materials. I will make this available as a FAC only product, so you can order it where you can just download this stuff for free off the website, and then you'll just get a package that includes these cards. So let's go ahead and, how do I want to go through this? Let me show you the printed materials first. It's going to have a rules booklet. The one thing I noticed that I didn't include in here was comments about the timing. So in the college game, if you've played it before, you're familiar with the fact that the current game in college, there's a lot more drives than there were, say, 20 years ago, and even before that, there are even fewer drives. So the way the timing is going to work in the game is the deck that we'll look at in a minute. For the modern game, or going back, all the way to 1996, mid-90s, you'll just use the facts as written. If you're playing early 90s, the 80s, the 70s, you will just discard one extra card than what is printed on the drive results card, and that's it. And if you're going all the way back to like pre-1968, then you'll just discard 2 extra cards with each pull of the fast action cards. So otherwise, it's the same 12-page rules booklet. Everything that is necessary to play the game is in here. I kept it really tight, but again, I just need to add one section about the play timing. But just flipping through here, you'll see that has some of the same sections as the Pro game. The college game had to add a section for the star quality because if you're familiar, again, with the college game, we do away with the efficient and inefficient qualities. We also do away with boutique ratings. In the college game, you have a star rating that replaces both of those. And so there's instructions in here on how to apply that. And yeah, but I'll go through here and proof it and make sure I didn't miss any spelling errors. And so that's that. You get that. And this will be available as a free download as well. We have our unusual results, just like the Pro game. So you've got your poor field position, average and great field position, again with the college and a little bit different colors, so you can keep this separate from your Pro game. We have the rules reference, and the rare plays. Now, a third card is included in the college game. You will not find this in the pro game. This is for overtime. From a graphic standpoint, I think I might change the text here to white so it stands out better. But basically, the Fast Drive Football College version has has special charts for overtime, and it starts by, on each possession, you're rolling on this chart to see what happens on their particular overtime possession. And if it has to go to a go for it situation, either when they're close to the end zone or when they're far away from it, you'll use these two sections. Works really well. It's a lot of fun. And so that card comes with the game too. Again, if you get the FACS only version, you can download this. All right, so let's look at the cards. We'll start with the kicking cards. I actually took some listener feedback on these cards. So first of all, you'll see that the artwork is updated, so denotes college, so you will not get these confused with your pro game. One person has asked me, are the results the same? They are basically the same as the pro game for kickoffs and punts. And what I've done is, flip on the reverse side, you'll see that now the colors of the header bars are matching the back. So brown back, brown headers, and hopefully it'll be easier sort of, keep those cards separate on your table or when you're shuffling them back in. But yeah, it's the same set of 36 cards, pretty much all the same results as the pro game, and this should be good to go. So this deck is good. This one has been proofed. Now let's look at the actual Drive results deck, because this has some new stuff on it that the pro game doesn't have. And again, it's 72 cards. So it's the same amount of cards, and it's going to be the same process when you are setting up each half. You're going to discard 12 and go with the 60. And looking at the cards, though, you'll see that we have a change to the top there. We have a star rating. So in this case, it's asking, is it a 2-star defense or a dull offense? If so, punt. If not, TD run. So we've added the star symbols there. Because of the fact that we now have star symbols, no need for the boutique rating. So all the card numbers are just plain numbers now because you're not going to be using those for anything. I did add a little bit of some graphic flair. It's hard to tell probably on camera, but we have some shading, some highlighting happening to make the numbers pop off the cards a little bit more. And I think that's about it. And like I said, these cards are designed to be used out of the box with the modern game, where teams are having anywhere between 6 or 7 drives in a half, as opposed to the pro game, which is less. It has gone down a little bit in recent years, but it's still more than the pro game. Now, if you are playing a game with Fast Drive Football College with teams, say, from the 70s or 80s, where you want to replicate that the scoring is lower, there's fewer drives per game, the clock rules were different back then on this result, for example, you would simply discard 4 cards instead of 3. And you just have to remember to do that, and I'll make sure to put that in the rules. So that's the only change you have to make when playing older years, and that's pretty much the only change to this deck. Otherwise, it's the same look and feel, a lot of the same descriptions and wording. The only addition is where the stars come into play. So that's that. And then the last set of cards here. Let's go through these one by one. There's some fun stuff in here. So we have the same card for field position. I really didn't have anything to put on the back of this one, so it's double-sided. It has one side has the college branding, the other side looks exactly like the pro version. So that's that. Then we have the same familiar end of first quarter, end of third quarter card with the Fast Drive Football pennant on it. And you'll notice that there is no 5-minute marker anymore, 5-minute card, because, again, the college game does not have efficient and inefficient quality. So there's no need to know when you've gotten to that 5-minute point, and you'll be able to just look at the number of cards left to know when you're getting towards the end of the half. So that's that. We have the same card, just a little bit different artwork for the desperation play. Same for the fourth down, go for it card. That is the same as the pro version. The fumble and on the reverse side, interception cards are mathematically a little different. In the college game, it's harder for a pick six and it's harder for a scoop and score just by, 1 digit. So just note that. 2-point conversions are also different. Instead of a sure thing on a 6 on a 2-point conversion, it's a home offense check. And the onside kick card is the same as the pro version. All right, and then we're going to get to some new stuff here in a second. And we have the rules card as before for desperation play and fourth down, go for it. Now, we talked about the star quality before. These are some new cards that you're going to hand out to a team if they earn the star quality. You've got 1 and 2, you've got 3 and 4, and you've got 5. And on the reverse of 5 is the instructions for how you dole out this quality. So it says to calculate a possible star quality for one of the teams, subtract the lower SRS rating printed on the team cards, and I'll show you that in a second, from the higher. If the difference is 3 or more, then assign the star value to the team with the higher SRS value as shown on the table below, and give a team that star quality card as a reminder during the game. So I'll show you that in a second, but so that's what these cards are about. And then finally, I've got some team cards that will come with the game, and I've chosen 2025 Indiana and Miami, 2024 Notre Dame and Ohio State. And by the way, you'll notice that they also have the FDF branding there at the bottom. So Indiana, Miami, Notre Dame, Ohio State. Then I picked some teams either because of familiarity of my own or friends and family that follow these programs. So we've got 2019 Navy, 2019 App State, 1998 Air Force, and 1998 Tulane. Now for Tulane, I am going to go ahead and give them their Tulane blue here at the bottom. So that'll be changed before we go to production. So those are all the extra cards that come with the game. Now, a second ago, I was talking about the star qualities. So let's take a look at how this works. First, let's just use some existing teams, and we'll go with, say, 2015 Iowa and 2017 Oklahoma. So you've got these, you're playing a game between these two teams, and you're doing a tournament or something, and you're going to go to this card, and you're going to look at the SRS rating for both teams. So you're going to subtract the lower from the higher. So you're going to take 11 from 19. The difference is 8. So you look in this chart, and the difference is from 3 to 9. You're going to give them a 1-star quality. So in this case, you're going to find that card, and Oklahoma then has a 1-star advantage. And you can, easily put the card right on top of Oklahoma. These were made so you could slide it under like that. You could put it to the side. You could put it up top. Do something like that, but basically just giving a reminder that they have the 1-star quality. And of course, this works with the regular cards, or not the regular cards, but these cards that come with the game. If you're playing Indiana, Miami and Indiana, their SRS ratings are printed on the back of the card right there, but also on the bottom, the front of the card. So Miami has an SRS of 20, Indiana 25. The difference there is 5. You look at your guide here on this card. And it's a 1-star advantage for Indiana. So simply slide this under, and there you go. Now you'll remember that Indiana has the 1-star quality during the game. And so when a drive result comes up and says, are they a 1-star offense or defense, because this applies to both offense and defense, then the answer would be yes, and you would take that result. That's it. That is the college version. I'm super stoked about it. I tried to add a bit more color since college is so colorful. I have noted, even while we were talking about some tweaks I'm probably going to make to the components, but it is 99.9% done. I'm really happy with it. And thanks everybody for being patient while I was working on this. People have been wanting the college version of this game for quite some time. If you have any questions, let me know either in comments of this video or over on the Facebook group. Thanks. I'll talk to you later.